Hello YouTube, welcome to another video of Pixels by Angel. In this video I will show you 3 ways how you can speed up your Figma design process and save a lot of time. For tip number 1 is that we can rename multiple objects using a simple shortcut on your keyboard. So I have this in our board, a board created for Figma, and you'll see we have 3 different screens for let's say a wireframe for a mobile app. And I see the scenario where you want to rename let's say the input fields on your app and you have multiple screens, and I can just simply go and select all the input fields which I want. Let's just start with the frame number 1. I'm just gonna go and press on the keyboard the shortcut 1, which is displayed here on the right hand side. So will be Command plus R on your keyboard. If you are on Windows, obviously you will need to use Control key plus R, but I'm gonna go and press Ctrl R since I'm on Windows, and you'll notice that like a pop-up box is gonna show up on your screen, and you've got on the right side where it says preview, you've got the current names of your input fields, and you can type in here and rename all of them at the same time. So I'm just gonna type in and something simple like input, and you've got some options here. Let's say current name, number, this is ascending and this is descending. So this is like the order. For example, you want to name them by number, something plus a number, and I'm just gonna type in minus, and I want them to be renamed in ascending order. So I'm gonna type, I can press on number and the arrow up, and you'll see here on the left side in this panel we can see input number 1 and input number 2. Same thing you can do with this button, which is gonna do the same thing but in the opposite order, so descending from 1. If you for some reason want to include the current name, you can press in the current name, let's say minus ascending order. So all that's gonna do is gonna add your number at the end. Basically it's gonna add the order of each input field if you want that, but in my case I'm just gonna type in input and leave it at that. Okay, so that was tip number 1. Let's go with the second one. Something which I found very interesting and very useful. You just have to remember the shortcut number 2, which is Command or Control plus line plus dash, and then you've got another pop-up box, and here basically you can type in what do you want to do in Figma. Let's say you can see also a history of previous selected options. Let's say you can quickly go and do the same thing multiple times while you're working on a project without going through all the search all over again. I think it's quite quick. Anyway, let's say I'm gonna type in select, and you see a bunch of options that appear. So you can select all text layers, select inverse, and all other stuff. For this tutorial I'm gonna just select this button. I'm gonna press the shortcut number 2 on the keyboard mentioned there, and let's say I'm gonna select this option from history, select all with the same fill. So we have a fill like a black color, and if I'm gonna press on this, let me try to do that again by selecting the correct shape in here on the left side. It's the button shape, and I'm gonna press it again. You'll see that it's gonna select all the black fill colors in my working in the project. So I can quickly change it to a different color, either blue or something. It doesn't really matter for this. Another interesting tip which you can use to speed up your design process is using math functions. You may not be the best at math because you just simply have to remember some functions, add something or split. You can basically use it's like a calculator automatically. So for example, if you want to make half the size of this button, you can simply go here on the right side where it says width, and you can divide that by 2. That's gonna make it half. And maybe you want to do the same thing for this one. I'm gonna split it by 2 again. We can just center them like that. This is like a frame. We can divide this again by 2 and recenter the elements inside the frame. Just gonna ungroup it. Well, that's gonna work like that. I think it's got some kind of auto layout. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that, and yeah, just leave it in a group. Call it button for this video. Yeah, you can do different stuff, even multiply. If you want the height of the object to be twice, you can just multiply by 2 and so on. Same with the angles. You can say plus 90. That's gonna transform it to 90 degrees, rotate it to 90 degrees, and so on. So all small math functions will help you because you don't have to calculate manually and type in different numbers by yourself. So you can just quickly go and use the math functions to do your work easier and quicker. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please remember to let me know in the comments what other tips you know for Figma that will be useful for other designers, and which ones they use the most. So remember to subscribe to these channels, as that will help me grow this channel and produce more content for you. I'll see you into the next video.